with her, if you would, please join me in welcoming my dear sister, Nana Asante. Now we're gonna have to. I need you to come over a little bit further because we're gonna stay separate by stepping on now. Okay, so that we about 7 or 8 feet apart.
Yes.
Okay, so we we gonna stay corona free because I love my elders and I don't want myself who may be asymptomatic to make anyone that I love sick, and that's something we got to think about and take it very seriously because one of the things that I think that is happening, and I rail about it, I preach about it, and I started trying to preach about it so that people know that what I say when I'm preaching, I'm serious. So I started talking about coronavirus while I'm preaching so people will know that I'm serious when I'm talking about what I'm talking about because and my rationale is always, my mother is 84.
And I'm 77.
You see what I'm saying? Well, I don't believe that. But anyway, but my mama 84, and I can't afford to put her in danger.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I, take off my clothes. We call them Rona clothes. When you come in the house, you gotta take off your shirt and your pants and stuff, and put on your house clothes, cause them Rona clothes, that you go out in the world with.
Picked up stuff on the way.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? How you been doing?
I am great, if not better.
That's good.
So I give our thanks to the Creator.
I need you talking to your mic so we can get you.
Alrighty.
And
I
it ain't
give
working,
thanks
obviously.
to the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for inviting me on this wonderful program. I miss you.
I'm
Of course, I call and you never answer everybody.
You have called me twice. And,
twice.
And you have called me twice, and I was on vacation, and I meant to call you, and I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
I certainly do.
Damn, that's a good way around the foolishness. Here you go. And here's a microphone that might work.
Alrighty, oh yes, this one is a hot one.
So thank you, Mother, for please accepting my apology. We've been kind of rolling for the last couple of years. You know what? I'm gonna go on. You know what? I hate to admit, but sometimes I can be a petty Negro.
That's okay.
I'll petty. I got mad at you.
Oh, when did you get mad at me?
We was in the studio, and a candidate for Senate who was just announcing, I think, came into the studio, and we was in there and we was having a party, and I invited everybody, and then because you was talking to that person, you were not available to be in a photograph that I was asking you to be in, and I became angry. And I was like, cause me, I'm crazy. I'm like, fuck that nigga. That's where I would. Well, I was able to be a senator. and I got angry, and so I'm being honest.
Okay.
So now I feel better. Ooh, that's all for me.
Well, I miss you, but that's not what it was. He came in.
I know. We don't even talk about it.
That ain't our portion.
But I told her, I told the truth about why I was mad. Now I ain't mad no more.
You released it.
Oh, Jesus, that feels good.
Did
y'all see? Did you watch that? Did you see that? You better stop holding stuff. Mercury retrograde, let it go.
That's right. That's right. And you mentioned Mercury and something I heard on the news, and in fact, it was a weather report, that the planet Mercury is in our atmosphere. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. They indicated that if you look up, it's a red dot, a spot in the air, and that was Mercury. I went outside, I couldn't see it.
I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't last night, it was the night before last.
Yes.
I looked up at the sky. You saying it lets me now know what it was.
It was Mercury.
But
planet Mercury.
It was like a reddish white, and I was like, that plane isn't moving. You know, I mean, it's just staying there, and it was big, and it was. I mean, it's like from afar off, it was that big. Right? And I was like, wow,
You mentioned that.
So thank you for helping me with that.
Yes, and they said another
I thought
100 years or something before we can see it again.
Wow.
Oh,
I
yes, we
saw
don't
it.
research that, but anyway, I remember that from the news.
That's cool.
So that's one of the things.
When I decided to take a medication break, you know what I mean? And then we're looking up in the
But
sky.
you know, when you're on the right medicine, you can see whatever you want. So that was it.
We kindred souls, we kindred spirits. I thank you. I don't know why you took a liking to me, but I love you. And
I
thank
love
God
you
for
too.
You, what we were talking about earlier, or what I was kind of introducing you and letting people know about you. You have gone, well, of course, this last year was the year of return.
Yes, 2019.
So 2020, at least brothers and sisters in Ghana had sense enough not to be inviting folks in 2020.
Oh, no.
We said, let's go get this in 2019.
They closed borders in March, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they open up the end of August, 1st of September. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of us got what I call stuck, because I have a blog out now talking about I'm stuck, I'm ready to go back to Ghana, go back to my forever earthly home, and that country is Ghana.
And you are a Ghanaian citizen.
Yes, I was honored. I was 126 of diasporans in Ghana who has lived there, contributed over the years, that received their dual citizenship. And I was among the 126.
That's dope. That's dope. I love Ghana.
I love Ghana too.
I just see it when I close my eyes. I can see the the dirt and the
everything,
the rolling hills and the ocean and everything. Just
well, I want the audience to know, and your supporters and viewers, that 2020, we had talked about it, that this was also your year, your family and the Queen Mother fell here, year to beyond the return, that we would very interested in honoring you for all your work.
We did talk about that. We did.
Yeah, we talked about making you a chief, and that will come soon.
Whenever the law says, whenever Oludumare and the rest of the Orisha line up.
But we are serious about that, because you should be honored and for the work you've done. And we're looking forward to that. So I just want you to know it's not, delay is not denial. You've heard that before. So it's delayed, but it's not denial. So so we will come. And I'd like to just stop right here, because I don't know, you're reading the news, but I'm not sure if you're aware that my dear friend and icon here in the city of Atlanta, Dr. Barbara King, transition Sunday.
We spoke about that yesterday on the show.
Okay.
And but you had a relationship,
great relationship with her,
King.
And in fact, on her bed, on her anyway, she just. You also mentioned forgiveness. Okay, thank you. I was listening to you. Oh yes, you mentioned is creative is great, and in your first segment.
Let me interrupt you. We ain't on no 10-minute blocks of time. But we
I can do what I want to do.
Go on and breathe, and let's talk about Dr. Barbara King.
Let's talk about a great person.
Yes.
She Sunday morning, a friend of from the church, a friend of mine, called Nawasa, and when she called me that morning, Nawasa did. Now I'm thinking, Dr. King is okay. I call her Nana. Nana's okay. And Nawasa said, Nana, there's nothing wrong with Dr. Barbara, because her members call her Dr. Barbara. I said, oh, girl, I'm relieved. I don't know, she's on my mind and everything. And we talked, and when we finished our conversation, Dr. Barbara's number came up on my phone. And it was her bishop, Bishop Jack. And he says, this Nana? I said, yes, because when I answered the phone, I said, hey, Nana, you know, Carl, I thought you were supposed to be in church today, just teasing. And he says, no, this is Bishop Jack. And I'm at the bedside of Dr. Barbara, and she wants to speak to you. Tears gonna go through me. And this information comes, the ancestors already brought it to you this morning. And in her speaking to me, she said to me, Nana, I've gotten permission. I said, how you doing? Not good. I've gotten permission to leave. So I want you to know that I care for you and this, because we had a little misunderstanding for a minute there. But what I'm trying to say is she called me on her bed, transitional bed, to tell me she was leaving this earth, but she wanted to speak to me. And I knew then that I had a mission or to do for her. As she is a queen mother, everyone, in fact, she's not a queen mother, she's a chief.
She's a chief. She was in school.
She was in school as a chief in Ghana, in a town called Nsutu. And she came to Ghana last year, the year returned 2019, with a group from the church. And she has a project that has to be completed in her town of Nsutu. So she knew and understood, I believe, that I would be the person to make sure that her legacy pertaining to Ghana would be fulfilled. Now, that's what I received from it. I also received from it forgiveness.
That was a great honor.
Forgiveness. And you mentioned that about forgiveness when you saw it talking your first set. And I said, oh, thank you, Creator, because you're putting the words and whatever, go together. So I just want everyone to know what a great, she preached the preach and she walked the talk. And even on the, Facebook, she's on Facebook. Her last statement on Facebook was about her illness, I guess, her uncomfortable, her illness. And she asked everybody, she says, now pray for the pastor, now pray for the preacher. So she was laughing about it. And now I got to ask you guys to pray for the preacher. And that was, we laughed. And then she said on the email, Facebook, she said, I know I'm all dressed. She was in a bad thing. And she was saying, I know you all wondering why I'm up here with all this beautiful colors and everything, jewelry. She said, but I'm a diva, So I text her and say, oh, you see that? Yeah, she was a diva. And, just a wonderful person. So I just think, stop and give credit and honor where honor's due.
No doubt.
And if God, the Creator, has given you a chance on your last lying bed to ask someone or to tell the people about forgiveness and things of, we black people scared to talk when we know, our time is near. We need to open up. Don't take it to the grave. I don't know why we want to take it to the grave.
I think it's because most folks don't know, or if they, I don't think you know when you're going to die. Now, Barbara King would know when she's going to die.
Oh, yeah. She believe in the ancestors. She believe in the Creator.
But I think that most people, to address your question, most people just are not clear that they're going to die. Interestingly, this morning, I was talking to God. I was like, you don't let folks know when they're gonna die. And I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna die. I just know I am. And I said this morning, I was like, if I die today, I really wouldn't be too bad. I just don't know what's on the other side. And so
it's a journey you have to take.
I guess I'm somewhat interested in it, but. As I approach 60,
young man,
right, when the life expectancy for black men is 62,
that's the number.
62, 65. You know what they say? What literally 67.1 or something like that. I can, if you go by, and I don't go by what they say. I'm looking for 80 and 90 or whatever.
Amen. So it is.
My granddad is 100 years old, and he was a chill dude. I asked him, I was like, Big Daddy, He was like, yeah, kid. I said, Big Daddy, how you live to be 100 years old? And he was 100 years old sitting there talking to me at this time. And he said, boy, you got to be careful.
That's right. That's right.
And that was it. That was the totality. There was no long speech, and he could talk when he wanted to. He was like, "No, bro, you got to be careful if you're gonna make it to this age. Just flying by the seat of your pants ain't gonna get you where you try to go."
And another thing you brought up too in your last segment, you were saying church is what's holding us together, and I want to ask a question.
Okay.
Whether y'all like me or not, I really don't care, but I'm saying church,
I love
the modern day church, hold us together or bring us down. I'm at this point, and
good question.
Yeah,
Legitimate
you know,
question.
we in the black community that we have more church than anybody. We looking for economic increase all over, and I'm speaking of Africa. I mean, you go to Africa, they got more churches than, you know, we got more liquor stores and churches put together, but over there they have more churches. You at church all night, you can't get up the next morning, feed your husband, take care of you, the children roll. All these things, I'm saying, saw this article. Just think about it. Buddha, the Buddhists, they have Buddha, look like them.
Mm-hmm.
Hindu, they have whatever they God or whoever they believe. But when it comes to us as a people, the majority of human beings on earth, why we do not have a God that looks like us?
Well, we do.
And but we in denial. We in denial of that. If you come and say Black Jesus, you know, you take a Black Jesus to Africa, and I've done it.
I've done it too.
And they told me I was bringing Satan.
Yeah,
they told me Jesus is white and Satan is black, and they believe all that. So when you and I walk down the street in Africa, and a white man is between us, they gonna go to the white man or the white woman. They call the white woman in some parts of Africa white chocolate. I'm bringing white chocolate. I mean, we as a people have a lot.
Yeah, folks,
We have a lot to do, Pastor.
But we're crazy because they ran us crazy.
Yeah.
We didn't just choose to be crazy.
No, they worked on
They've
that.
been working a thing
Yeah,
on
they
black
worked on
people. Not only those of us who were enslaved, but those who were colonized.
Yes,
The same
all
second.
over the
Because
world.
I would suggest that it takes an even greater degree of psychological interference with a person to cause them to be enslaved on their own land.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
You know, they made a thing to you to make you love them and want them on your own land. They had us separated from everybody.
from your
We had
language,
lost
everything.
And then we didn't have nothing else but that hatred to sustain us.
well, you see how that happened is they brought the Bible and took the land.
Yeah.
You know, you can't, that Bible, you know, has divided us, but it's nothing wrong. Look, the Bible is true because they got the word from, they knew we as Africans
It's the
believed in
interpretation.
something greater than ourselves.
Yes.
See, that's why that Bible is close to us because we know there is something greater than man.
Yes.
And that is the word.
You know what I'm gonna do? We do have, you hear the music. That means we do have a little break coming.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna talk to you because my other guest, she on the way. That's what she say, but I don't see her. So we're gonna talk to you. All right? And if she come and if some time left, we'll talk to her. All right. But I'm glad you're in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, my sister, my mama, my auntie, my friends, the forgiven one and the forgiving one, and Nana Asante Wa.
Thank you. Ashe, oh.
I don't trust your guest